New flat. Yep, I moved. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another recipe video. And today, yet again, I'm very late to a viral food trend. We are making super easy pineapple bun toast, where we're using pre-made bread with the pineapple bun biscuit paste, which we're going to make super simple, just takes a few ingredients. Going to spread that on top of the bread and shove it in the oven. And because I'm a little bit extra, of course we're going to make a little bit of a tweak to it and we're going to put some chocolate in it too. This also happens to be the very first recipe I'm making in my new apartment. By the way, timestamps are always down below if you want to skip the preamble and go straight to the recipe. We've actually been moved for a couple of weeks now. I've mentioned a couple of times before I make my recipe videos a couple of weeks in advance just to give me some breathing time if stuff happens. As it did this time, actually, moving was a very last minute thing. The property went up on the internet, we saw it, we immediately phoned, and then we immediately got a viewing, and then just like that we put an offer in and it was done. The property market is nuts at the moment. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been a nightmare finding a new place. Lots of ghosting from letting agents, lots of letting agents trying to put up the rent even more. Lots of getting outbid by people that are desperate for a home, because I'm not joking, these are desperate times for many people. But anyway, I was super grateful to my past self for pre-making videos because since we've been so busy with this move, I've not shot any videos in 2 weeks, with the exception of my Friday drinks recipe videos. Those I've still been trucking on with. Anyway, this is going to be the very first recipe I make in this flat, so let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. Well, actually, from my perspective, the kitchen's over there now. First things first, we're going to preheat our oven to 180 degrees C. Now we're going to take 25 grams of unsalted butter, which I've softened at room temperature. I'll add in 25 grams of caster sugar, 25 grams of plain flour, a teaspoonful of matcha, make it a good teaspoonful, and the littlest pinch of salt. And we're going to give this a good old mix up. And eventually it's going to come together to form a really soft dough. And this is what we want. Make sure you get every last drop out of it. Give it a squish together. And we're ready to roll. Now here I actually have 4 slices of brioche. You can use any bread, but brioche just makes everything better. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also use Japanese milk bread or Chinese milk bread, tangjong bread, chocopan if you prefer, those work really well too. And of course I have some chocolate. This is milk chocolate, you can use any chocolate you like. Dark milk, white, ruby, blonde, whatever takes your fancy. And I'm just going to put 2 squares in the middle of each. Now we're going to take our pineapple bun dough and we're going to split it in half. And we're going to basically just mush it onto the top of our bread. It is a very soft Play-Doh-like dough, so this will be quite easy. Some people spread theirs. I, for some reason, can't get mine to be spreadable. It's always like a dough. But to be honest, that's more authentic to the original pineapple bun slash melon pan, rather, because it is like a biscuit dough that goes on top rather than a paste. So this will actually be a bit crisper, a bit crunchier. And we'll do it for the other one too. Make sure you push it all the way to the sides. Now I have actually made matcha pineapple buns, matcha melon pan before, so I'll pop the link up there now and also down below. And I've made them purple sweet potato style too. It's actually pretty easy to make the bread dough for the buns from scratch. And now of course we've got to score on that signature pineapple bun slash melon pan, pattern. I'm just going to take the top of it. I've got a palette knife here, you can use any blunt knife. And I'm just going to make deep impressions straight in there. There we go, not perfect, but they will do, and they do start to blur the lines a little bit when you put them back in the oven, so it doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be perfect. Right, so now let's bake these for about 10 minutes or until they're really puffy and they're only just starting to go golden brown, but not golden brown because we want to keep that lovely green shade. And here we are, it's been 10 minutes. It's only just starting to go brown. Now we're going to let this cool down, maybe for 2 to 5 minutes, because this is red hot right now. You probably wouldn't want to bite into it. Now the reason why the gaps close up a little bit on these is because of course the bread is already cooked, so it's not going to rise anymore. With the original pineapple buns and melon pan, you're using the raw bread dough, which continued to expand in the oven for a bit, and that pushes the dough out and creates even more clear separations. But obviously that's not going to happen here because our bread is already risen, but this is perfectly natural. So let's let it cool down a little bit. And I did a little bit of a slow-mo fail here. I attempted to cut it to show you the gooey chocolate inside, and then I realised, oh, I actually cut it down that seam where there is no chocolate. So here I am cutting it again, attempting another slow-mo, and cutting right through that lovely molten chocolate. So second time lucky. And I'm about to pull it apart now. As you can see, there's lots of lovely molten chocolate inside. Delicious. This is amazing. I'm so tempted just to right now, but I have the one that I cut earlier, or should I say bodged earlier, so I'm gonna eat that one first. Not gonna lie, made a bit of a pig's ear of cutting it. I forgot that I put the blocks of chocolate this way, so I should cut it lengthways so you can see both of the chocolates, kind of like a pan au chocolat. Instead I cut it the other way, which is where none of the chocolate was. So I ended up cutting it into squares so you can see there is lovely melted chocolate inside. These smell super buttery, so I'm gonna take a bite. Cheers! An extra buttery biscuit topping with a healthy dose of matcha, and of course that molten chocolate inside. It really does taste like a cross between a pan au chocolat and a pineapple bun, and because we baked in the oven, the bottom's gone all nice and tasty too, so the edges are lovely and crisp. This is so quick and simple that this is going to become a regular on my breakfast roster, I think. That was also a really nice, easy recipe to start off in my new kitchen with. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video, and I hope you will join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.taste, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you all next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. I'm looking outside and there are seagulls everywhere. What are they doing in North London?